Course in Miracles. A Course in Miracles. Welcome to A Course in Miracles with Earl Purdy.
There's a call for God, I see it everywhere. Everybody's running scared, and everything is turning upside down.
Everything is turning upside down.
But the words I hear, they keep coming through from deep inside of me and you. It's telling us that love is who I am. You and me were not that far apart. Yeah, we're beating the same heart. We've been together from the start.
You and I, we've been together from the start.
Tell me, can you hear it?
Welcome to A Course in Miracles.
Tell me, can you feel it? Put your arms around it and know that we are one.
Welcome to Hardcore Course in Miracles. I'm Earl Purdy, here on Facebook Live.
Now let's come together and understand that Christ was born inside of every man. He's waiting for us to choose him as ourselves. When you choose him, you know you choose me too. And everyone becomes a part of you. And then you will know that love is who I am.
And that's what you are too.
You and me were not that far apart. Yeah, we're beating the same heart. We've been together from the start.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, can you hear it?
Can you hear it?
And tell me, can you feel it? Put your arms around it and know that we are one.
We are one.
Yeah, yeah, we are one.
We are one.
Oh, we are one.
Welcome to Hardcore Course in Miracles. I'm Earl Purdy, and I'm glad to see all of you here with me. This is hardcore, so that means you don't have to believe it, you don't have to accept it, you don't have to welcome it. Some of it's going to be hard to believe, some of it's going to be hard to believe, some of it's going to be hard to believe, and some of it's going to be quite startling. You're not asked to analyze. We don't analyze. We try to remember. That's what we do. We are here to remember and not to analyze.
You and me were not that far apart. Yeah, we're beating the same heart. We've been together from the start. Tell me, can you hear it? Tell me, can you feel it? Put your arms around it and know that we are one.
We are one.
Oh, we are one.
We are one.
Yeah, yeah, we are one. Oh, we are one. I am you, and you are me.
Hey, welcome to Hardcore Course in Miracles. I am Earl Purdy, and I have been studying and teaching A Course in Miracles for almost 40 years. And let me tell you, it's the best thing I have ever done to myself and for myself was to get into the Course in Miracles. And I hope I can be helpful to those of you, mighty companions, that are also interested in really getting down with the Course in Miracles. So I look at the hardcore Course in Miracles presentation that I'm doing right now as an opportunity to really get down deep with other Course in Miracles students that are really deep in the Course in Miracles. So we're going to be on page 229. We're going to be in a section called Looking Within. I'm going to go through it line by line, and we are going to receive a very important message. The name of it is Looking Within. Don't you know? It's time to look within, looking within. That's what we're going to talk about right now, you and I. We're going to talk about looking within. So the Course in Miracles is only talking about love or fear. That's it. Love or fear. That's all the Course in Miracles is talking about. So we can simplify it. So a miracle, the Course says a miracle is an expression of love. That a miracle is a true perception. That if we have a correct perception, it's a miracle. So the very first line in Looking Within, don't forget to share this video, and don't forget to follow this broadcast right where it has follow. Be sure to follow so that you can be notified whenever I go live. So make sure you follow the Earl Purdy page. Miracles demonstrate that learning has occurred under the right guidance. For learning is invisible, and what has been learned can be recognized only by its results. So what does that just say to us? Miracles demonstrate that learning has occurred under the right guidance. So that means that if your learning has occurred under the right guidance, you will have miracles. Miracles. You will have miracles when your learning has occurred under the right guidance. You will have love. You will have healing. You will have abundance. When your learning has occurred and you have been receiving the right guidance, you will experience miracles. You will experience states of completion and abundance. Because learning is invisible, and what has been learned can be recognized only by its results. You can only recognize what you have learned by the results that you're getting. So the results that you are experiencing in your life right now is the result of what you have learned. So does that mean everything in your life is a reflection of what you've learned? Everything you are seeing, everything you are experiencing in your life right now, according to the Course, that was invisible learning. You've had some invisible learning, and you can recognize what you have learned by its results. You can tell what you've learned by the results you are getting in your life right now. You can tell what you have learned by its effects. And if you have been receiving your guidance from the right source, then you are experiencing miracles. Miracles are expressions of love, expressions of joy, states of abundance, health, healing, happiness. When you are expressing the learning that you have gotten under the right guidance, you will have miracles. And you can tell what you've learned by the results that you're getting. So whatever the results that you are getting is a result of what you have learned. Its generalization is demonstrated as you use it in more and more situations. So how can you tell when you are beginning to use the truth in every situation? Because you will be using the truth in every situation. So it's not until you're using the truth in every situation in your life that you can say that your learning is generalized. So when you are practicing the truth, when you are using the truth, you use it in every situation. So the Course in Miracles told us in the first two sentences, if you have miracles, it demonstrates that your learning has occurred under the right guidance. You've been using the right guidance. You've been using the right guidance if there's a lot of love in your life. You've been using the right guidance if there's a lot of happiness and joy in your life. And learning is invisible, so you can tell what you've learned by the results that you're getting. You can tell what you've learned by the results that you're getting. You have to use it in more and more and more situations before you are generalizing it. So you want to generalize the truth. You want to use the truth in every area of your life. You want to use the truth. You want to use the Course. You want to use the Course. You want to use love in every area of your life. You want to use the truth in every area of your life. And you can tell what you've learned by the results that you're getting. Whatever the result you're getting in the area of relationships, it's because of something you've learned. Whatever area of your life, whatever results you're getting in any area of your life, it is the effect of what you have learned. And when you have learned under the right guidance, when you have learned under the Holy Spirit, when you've learned under the voice for God, you will be able to tell when you've learned under the right guidance, because miracles will be demonstrated. You will be experiencing miracles when your learning has occurred under the right guidance. How can you tell if you've been listening to the right teacher? How can you tell if you've been really listening and learning through the correct part of yourself? You will be experiencing miracles, correct perception, joy, love, freedom, innocence, happiness. And you can tell what you really learned by the results that you're getting. And you want to use your learning in every situation. So you are not really applying the truth unless you are applying the truth that you're learning in every area of your life, in every situation in your life. It's not until you're using the Course and you're using these teachings in every situation in your life that you are generalizing it. And you can tell whether you are using the truth by the results that you're getting. And if you are experiencing miracles, if you are experiencing healing, if you are experiencing forgiveness, if you are experiencing joy, then your learning has occurred under the correct teacher, the correct guidance. You will recognize that you have learned there is no order of difficulty in miracles. What is it that we need to learn? The Course in Miracles says, you all need to learn that there's no order of difficulty in expressions of love. There are no orders of difficulty in miracles. There is no order of difficulty in miracles. What does that mean? It means one miracle, one expression of love is not any harder to express than another expression of love and the truth. And it says, you will recognize that you have learned there is no order of difficulty in miracles when you apply them to all situations. So you won't know that love and expressions of love are not hard until you start expressing love in every situation. When you apply the truth to every situation, the Course is telling us, when you apply the truth to every situation, that's when you will learn that they're not difficult. you won't realize that the truth and love isn't difficult until you start to apply the truth and love in every situation. So I guess the question that we need to ask ourselves, are we just applying what we're learning in some situations and with some people, but we're not applying what we're learning to all people? Because we were just told it's not until you apply it in all situations that you'll see there is not any difficulty in it. You won't see it as easy until you use the truth in every situation. You won't realize that there is no order of difficulty in miracles, which is a correct perception, which is an expression of love, until you apply it to every situation. And then what does it tell us next? It says there is no situation into which miracles do not apply. There is not any situation that the truth doesn't apply. There's not any situation that love doesn't apply. There's not any situation in which correct perceptions do not apply. There are no situations in which miracles do not apply. Miracles can happen in any situation. Miracles can happen in any relationship in your life. Miracles can happen in any situation that you're going through. Miracles can happen in any situation that you're in right now. Miracles can happen in any situation. Miracles can happen in any relationship. It says it right here. There is no situation in which miracles don't apply. And what? And by applying miracles, which are correct perceptions, which are expressions of love, by applying miracles to how many situations? All situations. So what am I being told? That by applying the truth to every situation in my life, he says, you will gain the real world. That's the same as saying you will gain the love world. You will gain the real world. The Course talks about the real world. And the real world is a world in which there is absolutely no separation and no fear. And there's only love, 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 and there's only love. There's only love in the real world. So if you are like me and you want to get to the real world and you don't have to die to get there, according to the Course, if you want to have the real world, if you want to be in a world that is totally and completely loving, what do? You apply the truth that you're studying to every situation in your life, and you apply the truth that you're studying to every person in your life. The truth that you're studying is a course in miracles. Right now, you're listening to a course in miracles. And a miracle is an expression of love. A miracle is a true perception. A miracle is a state of abundance. A miracle is forgiveness. So the Course in Miracles is telling us a miracle is a true perception. So therefore, there is no situation to which true perceptions do not apply. And by applying true perceptions to all situations, you will gain the real world. So we are being told in that one sentence how to gain the world of only love, how to gain the world of only peace, how to gain the world of only happiness. How do you gain this world? You gain this world by applying what? The truth, the miracle, to all situations, to all situations. There is no situation in which miracles don't apply. There is not one situation that you can bring up that the Course in Miracles teachings do not apply to that. The truth applies to every situation in your life. The truth applies to every situation in your life. I'm taking this slow because I was having the voice of the Holy Spirit was talking to me right before I got ready to do my Facebook Live presentation. And it was telling me, the voice, the inner teacher was saying, look, if you all would remember one paragraph, if you all could just learn one paragraph, you would have miracles. It says it, right? And then I look at this, and that's what it says. Miracles demonstrate that learning has occurred under the right guidance. So this is our guidance, what we're reading right now. And the Course in Miracles is saying, if you learn what this guidance is saying to you, you will have miracles. You will have healing. You will have joy. You will have happiness. You will have everything you've ever wanted in your life. If you do the Course in Miracles, you'll have everything that you have ever really wanted in your heart. That is what this material is telling us. It's telling us that miracles demonstrate that you have learned correctly, that your learning has occurred under the right guidance. And learning is invisible. You can't see what you have learned except by the results that you are getting. If you want to know what you've learned about relationships, what kind of relationships do you have? If you want to know what you have learned about God, what kind of relationship to God do you have? If you want to know what you learned about abundance and finances and anything, just whatever the result that you are getting right now, that is what you have learned. It's what I need to get clear about that. You don't have to wonder what you've learned. You don't have to wonder what you've learned. You can see what you've learned. The results that you're getting in every area of your life is the result of what you've learned. And miracles, love, if you have a lot of love in your life, love demonstrates that you have learned under the correct guidance. You've learned under the correct guidance if you have miracles in your life. So if you want miracles in your life, all you have to do is learn under the right guidance. And you can tell if you've learned under the right guidance by the results that you get. And you're going to use that right guidance in every situation that you can. You're going to start using what you've learned in more and more situations. And if you will use the truth in every situation, that's when you will see how the truth is not hard. The truth is easy, because you will apply it to every person in every situation. So you won't know that the truth is easy to do until you apply it to all situations and to all people. So the more you apply the truth in every situation, the easier it will become. And there's not any situation that you can think of, he says, that miracles don't apply. And by applying miracles to all situations, you will gain the real world. You will gain the real world. How can I gain the real world? You will gain the real world if you do what you're being told in the Course in Miracles, and you apply what you are learning in the Course in Miracles, and you apply the truth, and you apply the love to every situation and to all situations. That's when you will see that one miracle isn't any more difficult to do than another miracle. That one expression of love is not any more difficult to do than another expression of love. As you apply what we are learning under the right guidance to every situation, you cannot separate your spiritual life from your day-to-day physical experience. You have to take what you are learning right here, right now, and you have to apply it to every situation. It didn't say every situation but the situation with your boss. It didn't say every situation but your financial situation. It didn't say every situation but your parking situation. The truth can be applied to any situation, from what you consider to be the most spiritual situation to the most regular everyday situation. When you start applying this to every situation, it will become easier and easier to do it. It's what we were just told. And we were told that it's more important to remember one sentence out of what we've just studied than to try to cover a ton of material that you forget. Because remember, it said miracles demonstrate that learning has occurred under the right guidance. So if I just can learn one thing, if I can just remember one thing that this book is saying to me, I will be allowing a miracle to be demonstrated in my perception, in my life. Do you want miracles in your life? Do you want miracles in your life? Do you want the expression of love in your life? Do you want freedom? The way to have it is to learn under the right guidance. Learn under the right guidance. And the right guidance is the guidance of love, which is the guidance of the Holy Spirit, which is the guidance of the voice of God. So let's go down. We're still in paragraph 1. Then it goes down and it says in sentence 4, paragraph 1 on page 229 in section 7, looking within, that's in chapter 12, section 7, looking within. We're looking at sentence number 5 in paragraph 1. It says, for in this holy perception, you will be made whole. What is the holy perception? The holy perception is there is no situation in which miracles do not apply, and by applying them to all situations, you will gain the real world. If you believe that there is no situation in which the truth doesn't apply, if you believe there's no situation in which love doesn't apply, then you have a holy perception. So how does you have a holy perception, which is the same as saying you have a healing perception. So if you want a healing perception, the Course in Miracles just gave you a healing perception, and you don't have to analyze it and figure it out. The healing perception is there's no situation in which miracles don't apply, and by applying them in all situations, you will gain the real world. So if you want to have a holy perception, a healing perception, a loving perception of any situation, then you tell yourself there's not any situation in which a miracle does not apply. There can be no situation in your life that can be healed by a miracle. There's no situation or circumstance that you're going through in your life where you can't have a miracle. Miracles apply to all situations. Love applies to all situations. Forgiveness applies to all situations. That is a healing perception. That is a holy perception. That is a perception that will produce miracles. So we are being told exactly how to have miracles in our life. That's what we're hearing right now. Exactly how to have healing and a miracle in your life. That's right, Brittany. That's right. If you want a healing perception, remember there is no situation in which miracles do not apply. See, what Brittany just did and what a lot of you are doing is exactly what the Course in Miracles is saying. Don't use this class as a time to analyze a Course in Miracles. Use this time together in hardcore Course in Miracles as an opportunity to actually memorize or remember at least one point that we are being given. And it already told us if you will just learn one thing under the correct guidance, it will demonstrate a miracle for you. And then it says, the Course in Miracles says a miracle is a healing. It's a correct perception. It is a loving perception. A miracle, he says, a miracle transcends all the laws of time and space as we know it. It's outside of the realm of what we think is possible. So we're being told you can have an experience that defies everything that we think is real or possible. You can have an experience that you would have thought in another time would be impossible. You can have a miracle. You can have a miracle in that situation. You can have a miracle in that situation, and you know what situation I'm talking about. You know exactly the situation that I'm talking about. And you can also have a miracle in that relationship. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. That relationship. You can have a miracle if you are willing to learn under the right guidance, and the perception that produces a miracle is for you to tell yourself there is no situation in which miracles don't apply. There's no situation in which miracles don't apply. There's no situation in which miracles don't apply. There are no situations in which miracles don't apply, and by applying miracles to all situations, you will gain the love world. So you will achieve nothing but the world of love when you apply what we're hearing to every situation. So how do you apply what we are being taught right now to every situation. I'm going to show you. I'm going to demonstrate it. You go, there's no situation in my life that I'm going through that the Course in Miracles does not apply to. There's not no area of my life that I can't apply what the Course in Miracles is teaching me to. That is the healing perception. There is no situation that love won't heal. There's no situation that an expression of love and truth won't heal. That is the healing perception. And since it's a healing perception, you don't have to believe it. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to welcome it, but you should use it. And what does that mean, to use it? It means for me to say, there's no situation in my life that the Course in Miracles teachings don't apply to. There's nothing happening that miracles don't apply to. Miracles can happen in every area of my life. Miracles can happen in every area of your life. Miracles can happen in every area of your life. Miracles can happen in every area of your life. Miracles can happen in every area of your life. Miracles can happen. 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 Miracles can happen in every area of your life. Miracles can happen in every area of your life. Miracles can happen in every area of your life. Every area of your life. Every area of your life. Miracles can happen. Miracles can happen. Tell yourself that. Tell yourself that. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to welcome it. So don't let that stop you. The fact that you don't believe it, that doesn't mean anything. That's the miracle. Is that the miracle transcends your belief or lack of belief. The miracle transcends everything. Miracles are possible in any situation. That is what it told us we needed to do and what we needed to tell ourselves. It says here, for in the holy perception, you will be made whole, and the atonement will radiate from your acceptance of it. The healing will radiate from your acceptance of it. To everyone, the Holy Spirit sends to you for blessing. So sentence 5 on page 229, paragraph 1, looking within, it says, in this holy perception, okay, what is the holy perception? The holy perception is there's no situation to which miracles do not apply, and by applying them to all situations, you will gain the real world. By applying the miracles to all situations, remember, I'm the divine repetition teacher, DRT. My function as a teacher of God is to teach through repetition. Teach through repetition, because it is through repetition that you change your mind. It is through repetition that you learn. You learn through repetition. You learn through repetition. So I'm a divine repetition teacher. So I'll drive you crazy if you don't want to learn it, if you don't want to remember it. Now, if you want to analyze it, then I'm probably driving you crazy right now. You're not having any peace. But if your goal is to remember it, because you were told that if you could just apply one of these truth sentences to every situation, then you would find practicing the truth will become easier and easier and easier, and you would start to have miracles, because that would demonstrate that your learning has happened under the right guidance, which is the Holy Spirit, and your learning is invisible, so you can tell what you've learned by the results that you're getting, and you're going to start generalizing and using what you have learned in every situation. And then you're going to recognize there's no order of difficulty in miracles, because you are applying the miracle thought to every situation. And you know that there's not a situation in your life that miracles don't apply. There's not a situation in your life that miracles cannot apply. And by applying these miraculous thoughts that we are learning to every situation, it says you will gain what? You will gain the real world. You will gain a world of nothing but love. That's the real world. And that's a healing perception. That's what the Course in Miracles calls a holy perception. And do you know when you have a holy perception, and a holy perception is what? The idea that miracles apply to every situation. When you have a holy perception, you will be made whole. You will be made whole. You will be made happy. You will be made happy when you believe you can have miracles in any situation in your life. You will be made happy when you start to recognize that it's not any harder for you to be happy in one area of your life, to have miracles in one area of your life, than in another area of your life. That will make you whole. That will heal you. What will heal you? If you tell yourself that there is no situation in my life where I can't have miracles. There's no situation in my life that I can't have a healing. There's no situation in my life that I can't have love. There's no situation in my life in which I can't have freedom. If you would just tell yourself the truth, that would be a miracle. If you just tell yourself, if you were to say what I'm telling you to say from A Course in Miracles, and you really focused on remembering what I've just said from A Course in Miracles, and then you actually did what I said from A Course in Miracles, that would be a miracle. That would be a miracle. That would be a miracle. If right now you weren't trying to analyze what you just heard, and you were saying, okay, I need to remember what Earl Purdy just said to me. And if I was to remember just one of these sentences, then that would be me learning under the right guidance, which is love. And as a result, miracles would be demonstrated in my life. And not only would miracles be demonstrated in my life, the miracles could apply to any and every situation in my life. It could apply to my health situation, my relationship situation, my spiritual situation, my career situation, my financial situation, my relationship situation. I can have miracles in every one of those areas of my life. And if I told myself I could have a miracle of healing and a miracle of love in every area of my life, that would be a holy perception. And a holy perception would make me whole, would make me happy. And then he says, from that healing, it says right here, and the atonement will radiate from your acceptance of it for yourself. The atonement is the healing, the love, the correction of error. The atonement will radiate from my acceptance of it. See, the truth radiates from your acceptance of it. When you accept the truth, it radiates from you. When you accept love, it radiates from you. When you accept happiness, it radiates from you. When you accept freedom, it radiates from you. When you accept miracles, they radiate from you. When you accept the atonement, which is the correction of your error, which is the undoing of fear, then it radiates from you. So if you want love to radiate from you, if you want miracles to radiate from you, if you want healings to radiate from you, you have to accept the healing for yourself. You have to accept the love for yourself. You have to accept the miracle for yourself. You have to accept the miracle for yourself. You have to accept the atonement for yourself. You have to accept atonement for yourself. Atonement is the correction of error. I'm going to accept the undoing of guilt for myself. I'm going to accept my innocence for myself, because if I accept it for myself, it will radiate from me. What you accept for yourself, what you apply to yourself, will radiate from you. And it says, the atonement will radiate from your acceptance of it for yourself. Your acceptance of it for yourself. The atonement will radiate from your acceptance of it. Notice I'm repeating what? I'm repeating, and I'm using the Course in Miracles definitions for these terms. Notice that I'm repeating. You know what? You know why? Because if I repeat it, then I will remember it. And when I close this book, when this broadcast ends, it won't just vanish in thin air. I will actually remember something from A Course in Miracles. And I'm telling you, when you can remember something specifically from something you studied in the Course in Miracles, it's a miracle. Because what usually happens when people study A Course in Miracles is they're very aware of what they're reading while they're hearing it. Like right now, we are really, really, really aware of what I'm covering. But when I close the book and the class ends and you go back into your regular experience, how much will you actually remember in detail what it was that the Course in Miracles just says. That's the test. So the test is for you to recognize that, number one, you can have miracles in any situation with anybody in your life. And if you look at it that way, that's a holy perception. That's what the Course calls a holy perception. And what it says, and in this holy perception, you will be made whole. To be made whole is to be made healed, is to be made happy, is to be made loved. So you are made happy when you accept the holy perception that the truth, the miracle, applies to every situation in your life. There's no situation in your life that cannot be healed. There's no situation that you're going through that cannot be healed. There's no such situation that you could possibly be going through that you couldn't have a healing, which is a miracle. If you were to tell yourself that, whether you believed it or not, it would be the learning that would demonstrate miracles in your life. It's as simple as remembering to tell yourself, there is no situation in my life that I can't have a miracle. There's no situation in my life that the miracle does not apply. Don't analyze that. 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 Remember it. Remember that. Remember what? There is no situation in your life that miracles do not apply, and you want to apply miracles to every situation in your life. Don't forget that. Don't forget that that's the healing perception. That's the perception that will make you whole. As you accept that for yourself, it's going to radiate from you. And then it says in sentence 5, if you're following me in the book on page 229, paragraph 1, under Looking Within, says, sentence 5 says, for in this holy perception you will be made whole, and the atonement will radiate from your acceptance of it for yourself to everyone the Holy Spirit sends you for your blessing. So that is very powerful. Okay, so you accept the truth for yourself, and it makes you whole, and it makes you happy. Then it radiates from your acceptance of it. The love radiates, the miracle radiates from your acceptance of it to everyone that the Holy Spirit, that God is going to send to you for your blessing. So what is that telling you? That love is going to send people to you for your blessing. God is going to send people to you for your blessing. The Holy Spirit is going to send those to you for what? For your blessing. So now do you know why the people are in your life? Now do you know why the people in your life are in your life? The people that are in your life are in your life because they were sent to you. They were sent to you by the Holy Spirit. They were sent to you by love. They were sent to you by God for you to bless them. I'm in your life for you to bless me. I am in your life for you to bless me. I'm in your life. I was sent to you. I'm in your life. I was sent to you. I am in your life is the same as saying I was sent to you. So therefore, you have one responsibility when it comes to me, which is to bless me. You were sent to me. You were sent to me. You were sent to me by love. You were sent to me by the Holy Spirit. You were sent to me by God, and I'm supposed to bless you. That you were sent to me for me to bless you. So what does that mean? It means that I need to tell myself there's no order of difficulty in miracles. I can have miracles in every situation. And I need to accept that. And as I accept that I can have miracles in every situation, and I can have love in every situation, it will make me whole. It will heal me. And from my acceptance of the fact that I can have a miracle in every situation in my life, that's going to radiate from me to you because you were sent to me by the Holy Spirit for me to bless. So how am I blessing you? I'm blessing you by telling you that there is no situation or circumstance in your life that cannot be healed by God, that cannot be healed by the miracle. And as you apply the miracle and the truth to every situation and any situation in your life, it's going to become easier and easier for you to have a miracle. That is a holy perception. That is a holy perception that I just gave you. And it says that from that holy perception, it's going to radiate to you. It's going to bless you. When I share that perception with you, that's me blessing you. So me sharing this with you is blessing you. You sharing this back with me is blessing me. So the Holy Spirit sends the people in your life for you to bless. And then people go, well, what does that mean? How do I bless people? You bless people by never seeing any one of them as being in a situation that they couldn't receive a miracle. So the way that I'm blessing you is I'm going to show you. Let me give you a demonstration. There's no situation in your life that a miracle cannot solve. There's no situation in your life where you can't have a miracle. I believe you can have a miracle in every situation in your life. I believe that you can have a miracle in every situation, in any situation that you're going through. I believe that you can have an expression of love in any situation that you're going through, that you could have a breakthrough, a healing, a miracle in any situation that you're going through. That is a holy perception. That is a healed perception. That is me blessing you because you've been sent to me by the Holy Spirit. And when I accept that I can have a miracle in any situation, and I share with you and radiate to you that you can have a miracle in any situation, I am therefore blessing you. So now you know what a blessing is. And now you know how to bless anyone in your life. You bless the people in your life by believing that no matter what they are going through, they can have a miracle. Because miracles demonstrate that your learning has occurred under the right guidance. And you can tell when you've done this because you will be getting the results. And the results will be a miracle. This is the first paragraph. This is one paragraph. Now, if I shut this book and I said to you, close whatever it is that you're looking at and tell me basically what you heard me say from the Course in Miracles, could you do it? Could you, I mean specifically, not something that you're kind of making up, but really could you say, okay, what did I just hear in this last, this so far? I've heard that I can tell when I've learned under the right guidance because I will have miracles. I've been told that miracles will become easier and easier as I apply miracles to every situation. Then I would ask myself, well, what is a miracle? A miracle is a correct perception. A miracle is a loving perception. A miracle is forgiveness. A miracle is a state of abundance. A miracle is a state of peace. A miracle transcends all the laws of this world. The Course in Miracles says a miracle goes beyond all the things that we think are possible. So the Course in Miracles is basically saying to you, I want you to think and I want you to believe that things can happen beyond your imagination. I want you to believe that things wonderful could happen to you beyond anything you could think of or expect. I want you to tell yourself you could have happiness, solutions, and healings that happen in ways beyond your wildest imagination because a miracle transcends the laws of man. It transcends the laws of science as we know it. It transcends every law that we believe in. It transcends fear. So a miracle is a correct perception because that is a correct perception. And then what else did I hear? And it's okay to peek down if you have to. There's no situation in which miracles don't apply. So I would tell you there's nothing happening in your life right now that you can't have a healing. That there's nothing happening in your life right now that's frightening you in any way that you could not have a healing in that situation. There is no situation that is causing you any kind of fear that can't be healed, that can't be changed. That is what I will tell you if I want to bless you, because blessing you is giving you that perception that you can have miracles in every area of your life. That perception is a holy perception. And when I share that holy perception with you, it makes me whole. And then I accept it for myself. And as I accept that miracles can happen for myself, then it radiates from my acceptance of it to you that the Holy Spirit has sent for me to bless. Bam, drop the mic. See, that to me, that's doing the Course in Miracles. This is doing the Course in Miracles. All you have to do is remember one point that I'm making. Just 1 point that I'm making. And let me make it easier than that. Here's the 1 point. Miracles apply in every situation, and you could have a miracle in any area of your life. You could have a miracle in any area of your life. Just remember that. That is a healing perception. That is a perception that blesses others, and therefore that is a perception, which is an interpretation. That is an interpretation that will give you a miracle, and a miracle is an expression of love, and a miracle is a healing. The Course in Miracles teaches that a perception is an interpretation. A perception is an interpretation. A perception is what? An interpretation. So what is the Course in Miracles doing? It's giving us what? New interpretations. A perception is an interpretation. A perception is an interpretation. And the Course in Miracles is doing what? It's giving us new interpretations. Okay. Kathy says, I heard to remember acceptance and atonement for myself. Jacqueline says, things can happen beyond anything you can imagine. Things can happen beyond anything you can imagine. Jim says, a miracle transcends fear. Kathy says, I've heard it's okay if you don't understand or believe this about miracles or how they happen. That's right. You don't have to believe it. Kim says, this is so exciting to hear. I know what you mean, Kim. After almost 40 years of studying this book, you see how excited I still get because I've had so many friggin' miracles. Kathy says, yes, it's fantastic. Brooke says, Earl drops mic. That's right. Emily says, I'm so happy to hear this. I'm happy to hear this too, Emily. Absolutely. And Jim says again, I'm able to have a miracle, which is a correct perception for any situation in my life. And don't forget, you don't have to believe it. 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 You don't have to believe it to say it. You don't have to believe it to say it. You know you can say stuff that you don't believe because you do it all the time. You know you can say stuff you don't believe because you do it all the time. Be honest with yourself. There's a lot of times you say stuff that you don't believe. So the Course in Miracles is beautiful because it works totally with that. It says, okay, I want you to say something else you don't believe. Say, I can have miracles in any situation in my life. I can have miracles in any situation in my life. That there's no situation in my life that miracles don't apply. Say that whether you believe it or not, and it will produce a miracle. Because then you'll be blessing yourself, and from blessing yourself, accepting the atonement for yourself, is going to radiate from you and bless everybody else that the Holy Spirit sends to you for your blessing. Because the people that are in your life are being sent to you for your blessing. So why is that person in your life? For you to bless. So why do you have those children? For you to bless. Why do you have those co-workers? For you to bless. Why is anyone in your life? For you to bless them. Okay? How do I bless them? I'm glad you asked. How do I bless them? I say that I tell them, or I think when I'm around them, I think that there is no situation in their life that they're going through that they couldn't have love, that they couldn't have a miracle, that they couldn't have God. That is my blessing. My blessing is to believe that you can have miracles in every situation in your life. That is me giving you the blessing that the Holy Spirit sent you to me for me to give. But before I can give you the blessing that you were sent to me to receive, I have to accept the truth for myself. I have to accept miracles, love, the truth for myself. That's why people are in your life. In case you're wondering why anything is in your life, it's there for you to bless it. How do you bless it? You bless it by saying, I don't see any situation or circumstance in your life that you cannot have a miracle, that you cannot have love, that you cannot have forgiveness, that you cannot have an expression of love. That is how you bless. One way that you bless, according to the Course in Miracles, which we say is our particular path. That's why we're doing the hardcore Course in Miracles class. Okay, so what does sentence 6 say in paragraph 1? It says, in every child of God, his blessing lies. In every child of God, his blessing lies in every child of God. So in each and every one of us has the ability to bless each other. How do we bless each other? We bless each other by reminding each other that Any one of us can have a miracle in every situation. So it says, in every child of God, his blessing lies, and in your blessing of the children of God is his blessing to you. So my blessing you is God blessing me. Love is blessing me when I bless you. Love blesses me as I bless you. Love blesses me as I bless you. God blesses me. God's blessing is my blessing you. God's blessing is me blessing you. So how do I bless you? I bless you by telling you there is no situation in your life that miracles don't apply. There's no situation in your life that you can't have a miracle. You can have a miracle in every situation in your life. You can have a miracle in any situation in your life. You can have a miracle in any relationship in your life. Every single time that I bless you with that awareness, with that learning, then I'm being blessed with it also. So every time I say to you that miracles can happen in every area of your life, in any situation in your life, it is increasing my acceptance of that for myself. See, every time I tell you all something while I'm teaching, I'm the one that's hearing it again, so I am accepting it more and more and more. And think about how much I teach and how long I've taught. Well, every time I share this, then I receive the blessing of it because I remember it too. I hear it too. So I'm learning it also. So I'm also learning this with you. And how can I tell if I'm really learning this Course in Miracles stuff? Well, I will see miracles in my life. I will see love in my life. I will see joy in my life. I will see safety in my life. I will see forgiveness and healing in my life. And let me tell you, that is exactly what I'm seeing in my life. That's what I'm seeing in my life more than I've ever seen it in my life. I am seeing this material work in my life in ways I never dreamed I would see this material work in my life. I am having miracles in my experience that are beyond things that I even dare to believe could happen in my life. And I'm not kidding when I say that. And it's only for one reason. I started to remember what the Course in Miracles was saying rather than analyze what the Course in Miracles is saying or sit around and debate about what the Course in Miracles is saying. And when you don't do that and you just focus on the remembering of it, then that is the learning of it. And then it says you're going to start to get the result. You're going to start to get the result because you can tell what you learn by the results. Okay, so take a breath. We did we did great. We did great this evening. I can feel it, and we had great communication. That's right, Bree. When you bless others, I'm being blessed, and it's a win-win scenario yet again. So thank you. I'm going to do a quick recap. If you'd like to make a financial expression of appreciation for my teaching ministry, then just go to earlpurdy.com, www.earlpurdy.com, and you can also use Venmo. And my email is earlpurdy@earlpurdy.com. So my email is my name, earlpurdy@earlpurdy.com. And I am so thankful for anything that you share as a full-time teacher. I'm a full-time teacher. And so I am thankful and grateful to what the Holy Spirit gives me through those who see value in what comes through me. Because I believe I deserve a miracle and you deserve a miracle in your financial situations and in every situation in your life. I'm also available for one-on-one sessions called clarity sessions, very powerful healing sessions for those who really want to release some blocks and have some healings and more clarity in some areas of your life right now. Go to my website, earlpurdy.com, and you can read all about my clarity sessions that I offer. 1:00 p.m. on Sunday Mountain Time. I do another Course in Miracles class on Facebook Live. On Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, I do The Way of Mastery, another very powerful teaching. And on Thursdays, I do Hardcore Course in Miracles at 7 p.m. Mountain Time on Facebook on the Earl Purdy page, the Earl Purdy page. And I also repost and have hundreds of classes on YouTube also. So I have a lot of things that I make available, and I make available for no set charge. You know, it's funny, I had somebody act like I was just all about the money, and I'm going, how can I be all about the money when I got 1,000 classes online that people can listen to without giving me a dime? That doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't make any sense to think that I don't deserve to receive for what I give, just like everybody else deserves to receive what they give, for what they give. And I believe I'm sustained by God. So it's just really funny to watch how sometimes people misperceive the fact that I even offer the opportunity for people to share who appreciate what I do. Interesting call for love, as I like to call it. And so, anyway, it's just wild being in this dream, you all. Share this video. Follow my page, the Earl Purdy page, because that's what page you're on. And I thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for whatever you share and however you share, even if it's just your appreciation and utilizing the information. Thank you for that. I'm grateful to you. I'm so grateful to you. So that was one paragraph, and let's see if we can do a quick review. All right, here we go. So what did we hear? What did we hear? Well, we heard that miracles demonstrate that learning has occurred under the right guidance. You can tell when you have been learning correctly because you will experience a miracle, which is an expression of love. What else did we hear? We heard that you can always tell what you've actually learned by the results that you're getting. So the results that you're getting in any area of your life will let you know what you've learned. How will you recognize that there's no order of difficulty in miracles? He says the way that you'll know that it's not harder to do one miracle than another is that you will start applying the miracle, which is the truth, to every situation. So if you just apply the truth every now and then, it's going to seem like it's hard. If you start applying the truth to more and more and more and more to every situation, he says you'll see that there's no order of difficulty in miracles. Then what else did it say? That if you keep believing that there's no situations that miracles do not apply, if you keep believing that there are no situations in which miracles don't apply, then he says you will gain the real world. And the real world is the love world. The real world is the love world. The real world is the peaceful world. The real world is the happy world. Do you want the happy world? Well, the way you have the happy world, listen to this from Earl, the way you have the happy world is you believe you can apply what you are studying here to every situation in your life. When you apply what you're learning and what you've learned tonight to every situation in your life, then you have a healing perception. You have a holy perception when you believe that miracles are possible for everyone that's sent to you and everyone that's in your life, and you remind yourself and you remind them that there is no situation in which they cannot have love. There's no situation in which they cannot have a healing, and you see it that way and you share that with someone. You have a healing perception. You have a holy perception, and that's going to heal you. That's going to produce a wholeness in you. And then we heard that the people in your life were sent to you for your blessing. The people in your life were sent to you for your blessing. The people in your life were sent to you for your blessing. The people in your life were sent to you for your blessing. So remember that. And what is the blessing? The blessing is for you to be able to tell them that miracles can happen in their life. That miracles can happen in their life in every situation. It says, in every child of God, God's blessing lies. And in your blessing of the children of God is God's blessing to you. And in your blessing of the children of God is God's blessing to you. In your blessing of the children of God is God's blessing to you. God's blessing to you is in your blessing me. I bless you, God bless me. I bless you, God bless me. God is blessing me because God is giving me this healing, holy perception that I'm sharing with you. And what is the healing, holy perception that I'm sharing with you? That guess what? No matter what you're going through, if there's any area of your life that you have any form of pain, if there's any area of your life that you have any form of fear, miracles apply to that situation. You can have a miracle of healing in that situation. That situation that has you most upset, most afraid, you can have a healing in that situation. If there's a relationship that you are having a hard time with and it's giving you any kind of fear or upset, I want you to know you can have a miracle in that situation. You can have a miracle in that situation. And you can have a miracle in this situation. You can have a miracle in this relationship. You can have a miracle in that relationship. There is no situation that miracles do not apply. There's nothing that's happening in your life that you can't have a miracle. A miracle. Miracles are natural. Miracles are natural. When miracles are natural. When miracles don't occur, something's gone wrong. When you don't have a miracle in your life, something has gone wrong. Miracles are your natural state. You deserve miracles. Believe what? Believe that you can have something far beyond your imagination. Believe things could go better than you could imagine in your imagination. Believe that you can have unexpected good. Believe that something wonderful could happen to you that you didn't even imagine. Miracles are your natural right. All right, mighty companions, I'll see you next time. This is Earl Purdy. Thank you for all the comments. Follow my page. Share the video, please. I love you. May the course be with you.